back here once again. You saw the title of it. The EPO content is coming. I already seen half of the chapter, and it's not going to be an exciting one. But yeah, you saw the title of the video. Why they disrespect the fans. And the EPO content is going to it, but it comes down to a simple fact. Why do the fans keep getting disrespected? Or why does it seem like nobody cares? Or why does it seem like this and that? Why do they keep doing these type of things, this and that? You wanna know why? Because they don't care. And why do they not care? It's quite simple. When they keep putting out garbage, mediocre, trash content time and time and time again, and you keep buying it, why should they give a shit? Why should anything you say matter? You are confirmed sale. Your product, you are cattle. They don't care anymore. Because it used to be a period of time of when a game flopped, when a game did bad and released like that, it'll be a failure. It'll be a catastrophe. It'll be over. In some cases, I guess you'll release a better version of the game later on, but by that time, it's already done. Current day, halfway broken, no updates, free of content, throwing the subscription service for $100. Boy, you always come back. Y'all just keep asking for more. Does it go for video games? It goes for movies. It goes for comic books. It goes for everything. The reason why they keep disrespecting you, the reason why you keep complaining to Nintendo and Ubisoft and they keep doing that bullshit, because obviously that's what you want. Obviously you're gonna keep. As I say, I was going off on a rant, just walking around the house like a madman, and it's just, I forgot what exactly set it off. They just set up this spree of where, like when will you people get it? When will you people understand? They don't give a shit. You can complain about Call of Duty until the end of time. They're going to keep releasing the game because you're going to keep buying it. You're going to buy the DLC. You're not going to not do something. Guaranteed. Which I give it the fact, I give it to Sony. When Sony faced that backlash, they turned that shit around. This is what happens. You go Hollywood. At least EA and Activision, Ubisoft will have the gall and the balls enough to slap them onto the table and say, shut up. Take him, choke on him, swallow, gargle. Take him. You gonna take that and give it that money. Give it that money. It is reverse prostitution. This is the first time I've ever seen this. You get violated and you lose money. I thought you were supposed to get money we get used and abused like this, but jeez, not in today's age. Not with that Nintendo. They strike down your videos or your reviews. They shut down Smash tournaments, and you've been begging for the exact same 2 games for years. And they're just like, shut up and just take what I give you. And that's what y'all do, you just sit up and take it. Oh, you can't do the exact same thing. No, I don't. I don't buy this stuff anymore. I don't really buy games like that anymore. I've had more excitement the last few months of buying PS2 games, as I realize how sad that is, compared to buying anything modern, really. I'm still only excited for one game this year, and maybe one other thing that's piqued my interest. That's pretty much it. There's just No More Heroes 3, and that's it. That's it. That's literally all we got for the entire year. Just No More Heroes, and that's it. That's what we got. That's what we got. So you wonder why. That's the thing. With I think that not all the Japanese have caught on to this tactic. The Europeans have been using this for decades. The Americans have been using this for decades. But when the Japanese catch on, that's when you know it's bad. That's when all hope is gone right there. Because with the Nintendo, man, they just use, abuse, and mutilate. And y'all just keep coming back like an abused animal. You just keep coming. You just keep asking for more. He caved your face in 5 times. Why do you like getting an ass whooping? Why do you like having your time wasted? Why do you like getting robbed? I would never understand it. I would never understand it of why people just enjoy getting their money robbed. I'll never understand why people just enjoy just having their money wasted. I just don't get it. I honestly don't. And to me, it's the fact that they don't have the common decency enough to respect you while they're doing it. They don't even have to come in decent anymore to even properly launch it. And it's, oh yeah, I remember the whole thing that triggered this out. The thing that upset me is the hypocrites of these online guys. Because when it came down to Cyberpunk and the condition it was sent out in, oh, the game was broken, snatch it down with my refunds, this and that. But Dungeons and Dragons released a broken mess the exact same way, but nobody cares, and there is no extra for refunds, and there is no take it off the PlayStation Store. I thought you people cared about gaming so much. I thought what Cyberpunk did was a crime. What happened? What changed? I'll tell you what changed. This is why gaming will continue to get worse. This is why year after year you'll find out that you don't like your hobby so much anymore. Not because you hate playing games, it's because it's not you that has betrayed the games. It is the games that have betrayed you, son. And it's gonna be sad. I'm gonna honestly feel bad for you guys. I really am, because I've already pretty much more or less checked out. I used to be that Sony defender, not blindly. I still played Xbox and stuff like that, but I'll be cracking jokes about the Xbox fans. You got no exclusive, you don't got this and that. Even though Sony announced that it's not gonna be nothing that state of play, at this point, and maybe it's the fact that I'm trying to move somewhere in my own life that I just don't really have time to sit here and wait on people. And especially after the whole, oh, that you guys gotta play online. So let me get this straight. How come everybody else that's not on PC is having this whole, oh, online security problem, you gotta pay for a subscription online? But the PC doesn't have this problem. You don't see Steam or Epic Games Store, as far as I know, or the good old classic GOG games, or anybody pulling off the nonsense of, oh, want to access your library? You want to play your stuff online? Pay a subscription fee. Don't really see anybody else doing this. But when Sony hopped on that train to PS4, oh, you still bought a PS4? I did at the time. I did. I admit that. This is why I have no reason to get the PS5. I have no plans on getting it. Because number one, anybody who buys that stuff day one, number one, you're getting an inferior product, which is going to have bugs. You're getting an inferior product, which they're going to release a better version a few years down the line anyway. And two, you bought a console that you're not going to be really truly using until 2 or 3 years later. Unless you want to play the same games that you're already playing, which is going to come with some problems. Because now every time you go to PlayStation Store, oh, you know, you want to buy it, play this demo free to play. Oh, you know, on the PS5 version, some things might not work or this or that. Supposed to be a superior console. Supposed to be superior hardware. What's happening? I'm confused. I just don't understand what's happening. And it's sad that I don't really feel nothing for it anymore. But this is probably one of the worst E3s we've ever had. That was a catastrophe. And then Sony talked all that big stuff in between. Maybe the sources I got from we have a state of play. Like, what's the point of even having a state of play if you didn't really show off anything? Because Deathloop was again supposed to have been getting advertised for the past like what, 2, 3, 4 years? At least 2 to 3. And do we have a confirmed release date on that? Do we? And what's funny how someone pointed out, it is the only Bethesda game that's owned by Microsoft that's being made for the PlayStation. Now that's funny. Sure, first party in-house studios don't need to make an exclusive game, but usually that's what happens. Or at least on the Sony side of things. So maybe since Deathloop was already in development and it was already going to be exclusive or whatever, they just let it go by. But it's one of the worst E3s we've ever had. Like, oh, but Xbox had Battlefield. That's not exclusive. Like, that's not Xbox winning. It's not. Like, they have given you guys no reason to continue to buy. The Xbox is another perfect example. You think the Sony fans are entitled or just delusional? The Xbox fans are worse. Because at least with Sony, They'll throw the dog a dog treat and play with the dog every once in a while, but they throw them back in the cage when they need to. Well, not recently. Apparently, the fans ruled this time around. But from Xbox fans, you get beaten, elbow dropped, and thrown into the cage, and you don't even get a treat or rub your head afterwards. To get used and abused. Used and abused. And you're not getting the value for your money anymore. These like, oh, the PS5 is trash. The Xbox One is trash. You have no reason to buy the console. And not the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X is trash. There is no reason to buy next gen at all. What have they showed off that has been next gen, that has been impressive, that has been groundbreaking, that has been mind shattering? Because arguably, Horizon Zero Dawn looks just like the PS4 version, and that's it. Besides from a few graphical enhancements. And I was like, at first, I was like, I didn't know it was a whole face thing. Wow, like, how did that much weight get into her face like that? How did that happen? It's not like Aloe was the best looking thing in the world, but jeez, what, she putting a few pounds in between games? What happened? And then it just seemed to all go to her face, unless she got one of those broken bodies where it's just face and like upper torso, and everything else is gonna be a mess. Ugh. It doesn't mean that you're a horrible person if you like that, but it's just you see some strange bodies. But if you was ever curious of why none of these major studios or even mid-grade studios take you guys seriously, don't take your complaints seriously, or don't do anything seriously because you're a joke, you don't mean anything. They've already proven how you're biased and how you're not willing to hold everybody up to the same standard at all. Oh, but Cyberpunk was hyped as a lot. They already said they was taking out features of the game months before the game came out. And you should have been fully aware the game was remade 3 times. But I guess you wasn't aware of that either. Because I swear, I must have got the most finished build version of the game. Because as soon as the updates came out, my game, the game is unplayable for me now. It literally is. I have no drive to play or even finish the story of the game. At first I was just like, I'll wait for the DLC. Nope. The game is now unplayable. I don't even like playing the game anymore. I would prefer to go back to after the day 1 patch, and the first initial patch, and that's it. The whole thing, oh, we're gonna fix the driving mechanics. You butchered it. You ruined the damn driving. So thank you, stupid, retarded online jackasses. So ruining some good stuff that was nothing wrong with it. Oh, because it wasn't like GTA. If GTA 5 is your standard for a good game, then you need help. Because they literally downgraded everything. From not allowing you to enter buildings to no crouch. They have simplified the gameplay for you simpletons, and you still bought it. And you're still playing GTA Online. The perfect example. So I don't want to hear no complaints about, oh, why they're doing this and why they're doing that and why they're treating us like this. It's because they treat people how they want to be treated, and you people want to be treated like garbage. So they keep getting what you ask for. So you can't get mad. Because I find it funny, all this fan outrage, you still buy it. Like Fallout 76 was supposed to be a failure. It should have died in its first coming few months, and it should have been cancelled. And people are still playing it. And now since No Man's Sky has made a comeback, now it's giving everybody else in the gaming atmosphere or game developers to make an excuse. They can fix it later. They can do this and that. They have ruined it, pretty much. And arguably, technically, from this formula, no game can ever truly fail or fall apart. It's just not possible anymore. Really. Because people will always buy it. People will always defend it. No matter what. And I still question how no one finds any type of problem with this. You know, it's one thing if there was at least giving you a good lie to go off of. At least if there was At least I was like giving you something, but they're not giving you guys anything. They're just throwing anything out there. You keep buying it. He-Man is a lot. There's gonna be barely any He-Man in that Masters universe. You're supposed to be He-Man in a Masters universe, not Masters universe. If you're gonna call it Masters universe, they don't add in fucking He-Man and advertise it like it's gonna be about He-Man. It's not. Jeez. If they're just like, alright guys, we're gonna make a new character. Make He-Man black. Why? He-Man is about 6'6", 6'8", blonde, and pretty much white. Just stripped straight from a Viking Sweden, and that's it. Why you gotta change He-Man? He-Man is who he is. Make a new fucking character. But then again, we already see what happened when they make new characters, like Miles Morales. Or like Miles, who does he fight? Nobody. You just turn a Tinkerer black, and of course, we gotta have a proud black independent woman. I'm gonna start a revolution. I'm gonna change some stuff. I'm not gonna touch on that black subject because remember, if most of the black community leaders current day supposedly are a bunch of black women, and over the past decade nothing has changed, then I wonder where's the problem. How can an individual complain about somebody else's son being disrespectful to women and not appreciating a woman when purely only a woman has raised that child? How does that happen? Because you remember the whole quote, niggas ain't shit. It is what it is. Maybe this is just some type of way to randomly ramble since I got nobody to talk to. Because pretty much everybody, whether friend or family, it's pretty much just 24/7. I'm talking to a brick wall anyway, so. If you ever wondered why they treat you like trash, if you ever wondered why they disrespected you, if you ever wondered why they keep doing the exact same thing that you're telling them not to do, and you ever wonder if they're not listening to us, then how come they're not facing any backlash, or how come they're not being hurt? How come they're still making money? It's because you've been had. You have been played a fool. And there are some of you new guys, some of you young fellows out there who are inadvertently inheriting a world that is being brought towards us, that's being brought towards a worser place, and no one's trying to fix the damn problem. And it's not like there's too much to actually fix. And you get raised up in a world like this, and you think there's no type of problem when there's obviously a problem. And then when someone eventually comes to try to fix this problem, he's going to be the fucking problem, and you'll try to get rid of him, and it'll just make your own damn life worse. So it's a very sad way some people are living right now. Very sad. Mostly tragic. And I can't really do too much for them, so it kind of is what it is. I'm sorry that it's gonna be a more sad and depressing and just another rant video, but I wish I could sit here and be happy about the EPO video, but let's be honest, it's like nothing's being hyped up, nothing being built up. And I've already seen like the later half of the chapter and nothing really happens. Oh, keep dragging the switch to a softball stance. And what's that supposed to do? I mean anything? Like, where was this whole switching to a different stance when Takamo was beating you like a piñata? It is what it is, that. I might give you a chapter review. I'll just wait for another chapter, because I gotta be one of the very few people gets fed up with this nonsense, really. Cause it's the same old stuff. You get to watch the exact same people complain, or the exact same people keep doing the exact same thing that helps create this environment that everybody just like. And it's like people just love to hate. I've gotten to the point where I just believe that certain people just love the deaths and the murder. And the only reason some people turn on the news is just to find out who died today. and that was it. That's the only reason. I want to watch the news. I'm gonna watch the news for. They're mostly lying. They can't even predict the weather correctly. So what the fuck I watch the news for? I can just look at the sky and just determine then. Oh, it's not gonna rain. It fucking rains. And also, is Georgia the only? Now, Georgia can't be the only state where it'd be broad daylight outside. You can see the sun and everything. It just start pouring down raining. I've seen that happen multiple times, but I doubt it's just like a Georgia type of thing. So it is what it is. So hopefully I'll be put into a better mood, or I finally get done with the next chapter, because I have gotten further with the whole webcomic. So hopefully eventually I'll be able to put that out for you guys and you'll be able to enjoy it. But this whole hypocrisy thing, it really does make me mad. How people would do this so blatantly and people act like this shit is not even happening. Like, seriously, the fact that no one felt disrespected when Kojima said that shit about the Western fans about his games, that he actually had the fucking gall to open up his fucking trap and say that shit, the amount of fucking ego this fucker must have to say shit like that, he can go fuck himself. Fuck him and Metal Gear. Because you was complaining when people were playing Metal Gear Solid and your other fucking games, but now it's a damn problem when you make a mediocre product. You can't even make a delivering mail fun. And then you release a damn, then you go release a damn director's cut, on which arguably, did you just cut out a major piece of the fucking game just to throw it into a damn director's cut? Did you honestly do that shit? Adding all these new features, you go fix this broken, slapped together, sloppy ass combat. And then Ghost of Tsushima has the nerve, oh, we're gonna add in a new island. $30. $30 for fucking DLC? Are you serious? And you gonna sell this shit for $70 on a PS5? Have you lost your damn mind? This is a scam. This is an outright fucking scam. It haven't even been 2-3. Like Ghost of Tsushima just came out fucking last year. $30 damn dollars was a DLC. And I'm going to replay the entire game. Have you lost your damn mind? Has Kojima lost his fucking mind? Like, how can you sit there and let this man talk to you fucking people like and do this shit? Oh, I was so excited about Death Stranding. How? I wanna know. Cause the BTs aren't fun. They're boring. The main feature of the game is boring. The walking. It's irritating. I'd rather walk down the street in Metal Gear Solid 5 than ever walk in Death Stranding. And that's a game where it's made when you're walking and climbing. There's no sense of adventure or excitement after you get done climbing a big mountain or getting over a path that you wasn't able to get over before. Or, you know, feeling excited when you packed all this equipment and now you be able to cross that big major gap, or you seen something you didn't expect to see. Or you can't pull out a binoculars, there's barely any high places where it'd be like, oh look, I can see all that. Hey look, I can make it over there. And who's over there? Who are those people? There's no inches, there's no intrigue, there's no animals, there's no nothing. But Death Stranding is a good game. Really. It's a good game to who? Halfway slapped the Kojima didn't give a shit. Fuck him. Cause after that stuff and this whole director's cut, are you fucking serious? It's been like, you gonna add in all those features. And then like with Cyberpunk, not even give that DLC for nobody else? Really? Like, who does this man think he is? I don't give a shit what the fuck you done made. And I was a fan of Metal Gear. Like who do these people, like these game developers, these CEOs, these executive producers, who do they think they are? Have they forgotten that they're a human being? Like, if they were to get into a car accident, they'll die like everybody else. Have they forgotten? Like, do you people just slop this stuff up and worship them like they're some type of gods? I'm sorry, it's not Greece no more, Grandma. It's time to wake up. Jeez. I'm getting fed up with this damn fucking nonsense. I'm sick of the games. I'm sick of the fact that in boxing, I can't see anybody properly fight because everybody's scared or making excuses. Like Bob Arum, whether it's slow, stupid, or dumb. And I can't see how ESPN want to continue to work with Tyson Fury when Tyson Fury's the only thing he's doing is run everybody around in circles. A 5-fight deal for $80 million. You fought 3 people. Where's the rest of ESPN 80? Where's the rest of the fucking money? Because you would have been had this rematch back last year, you would have had this a fucking problem. If you would have been had this rematch this year, there would have never been a fucking problem. It really comes down to the fact that everything I used to enjoy has been killed, mutilated, or something else. And the only thing I got now is my comic book, and that's it. Get a waste of $8 of my dad and another job. I despise this fucking job. Waste of time. That's all it is, a waste of time. And it's sad. Well, you know it's bad when everybody asks that, are you alright? Because you're walking around like an undead zombie. Because you can't even really fucking sleep. So, great for me, I guess. So it is what it is. So I hope you guys really get some type of insight from this video of why they disrespect you, why they drag you through the dirt, why does it seem like you're so deplorable, how come it seems like nothing you say, because the only thing worse than the people who are doing this are the people who fucking support it. Those are the only people who are worse. The people who let this shit go on, but criticize and ridicule others, that were so quick to hop down CD Projekt Red's throat, a company that most people didn't even know exists. And it's amazing how everybody claimed they used to play The Witcher, but when The Witcher 3 came out, barely any people were talking about it. But yo, everybody played it. Well, everybody wants to play it. Oh, I'm getting hyped up for Cyberpunk. I want to play it. So, do people forget that the last 3 The Witchers had bugs and problems? Especially the first 2? Did people forget this? I've been thinking, maybe I was born yesterday or something, because I swear the general public is stupid. And that's why I always say that Men in Black quote, but I'll alter it. People are stupid, a group of people are smart, and one person is a genius. Because generally, people in a mass collective is very stupid. I've noticed that. And I don't see why. To me, it doesn't make any sense on how that many people in the group can be that stupid. Like, there can't be one single person with a voice of reason. It's just an entire collective of idiots. And to me, that just would never make any sense to me. It just never will. I don't know, I say it's a very sad life I live. It really is. Because I walk around here like an outdated dinosaur. Like a brand new machine based off of old outdated blueprints. Like I just don't really have a purpose in the world. That's what it is. I've felt like this for a long time now. I can't even really call it depression. Oh yeah. And like most people be like, oh, you feel like you have a purpose to work, give up? No, I was foolish enough to say I'll make my own way, and now be it. Oh, you need, they like, yes, I'm full of the job. Oh, you can't say it. So you need somebody to help. Somebody, no, there's no such thing as help. Not in my world. Not anymore. So it is what it is. It's just I gotta do everything in that sense. But I'm sorry to waste some of your time. I really am. And I don't even know what this video is meant to be anymore, because it's supposed to be a rant about that earlier stuff. But I don't even know anymore. We have a Black He-Man. And also, to wrap up the whole Miles Morales, I don't know if I said this already, but why do you people like Miles Morales? Who has Miles Morales' fault? Who is Miles Morales' villains? Besides from the hand-me-downs from Peter Parker. Because the Prowler's back alive again. We've seen the Prowler die at least 3 different times. So who is Miles Morales going to fight? No one remembers that 1610 Scorpion guy, that Mexican with a chain. So who is Miles Morales going to? But he was just captured by a scientist that made clones. You mean that that one. You talking about those stereotypical scientists they bring up just to fill out a few issues and that's it. That science guy is not like the leader, or Dr. Van Doom, or anybody else. You hold on. You remember that guy with an H? Remember him? Oh, the Hulk Wolverine. He got adamanted. You guys remember that? What happened to him, huh? What happened to him? You don't see him. You don't hear about him. It was the whole Wars to Rambozoom. What happened to him? Had his own solo series. Wolverine became a Hulk. The Hulk had in the whole Hulkarines event. What happened to that? What happened to all that stuff? And it's a cause of the current era on which people just don't care about this stuff, or people are just not remembering. At least I have an excuse. I don't sleep well. I barely get proper sleep at all. I was just laid out for a good 4 hours. Just stretched out across my bed. My mother had to come in and wake me up. And arguably I go to sleep longer than that if she didn't come in there wake me up. And that's after supposedly a nice good night of sleep. So I'm really in a screwy situation really. So it's just why do you people like Miles and the rest of the off-brand Spider-Man like Silk and Spider-Gwen? At least Miguel O'Hara was his own character. You can give him that. At least Miguel O'Hara had some good games to his name. What does Miles Morales have? Just pretty much Spider-Man PS4 1.5 with the electric shock guns from Arkham Origins. And that's not just me saying by playing it. I heard a person who die-hearted lied for this game and didn't want to point out for the bugs for the PS4 version. Now want to turn his back on it and say, oh, well, you know, it was good, but you know, the whole Venom system was just like Batman Arkham Origins and stuff like that. You didn't say that when the game first came out. You didn't want to complain about the other versions like you did Cyberpunk. Like, and it just shows that I was telling my friend recently the sad reality of people. And that sad reality is a decent portion of the population, at least 80%, and potentially even more than that. At least 80% of the population only pretend to act like they're decent human beings just because it's the right moral thing to do. They pretend and act like they're good people. Because not because of social pressure. They haven't faced that yet. It's just because they believe it's the right thing to do. They don't genuinely want to do the right thing at all. But when you have a person who'll be like, oh, if I was discriminated against as a fish man, I would have no reason to like human beings. I would join up with Arlong and I would go attack innocent people who haven't done anything with me as well. So you're not going to attack the slave traffickers. You're not going to go after Doflamingo. You're not going to attack anybody who's actually causing a problem. You're just going to attack innocent people just because of what they look like. Becoming the exact same problem that you're supposed to. I said we can crack all the jokes about the hypocrisy with Naruto, but there was a point with Pain. And I forgot what we said, but it's just revenge on top of revenge on top of revenge, and it's just an endless cycle of hatred. That's why Nagato is my favorite character. The man's a beast. The man's a set. This is the strongest character in Naruto. But you know, besides Madara Uchiha, I say that. I say Madara Uchiha is the only other person. Because it's funny how people would talk about Pain, and people keep on talking about Yahiko. Yahiko is not Pain. Pain is Nagato. That's literally it. Yahiko has been dead for a long time now. He's literally just a walking corpse. Everybody keep talking about Pain like he's actually real. Pain is not real. He's dead. I can't see why you people can't get this through your head. Pain is not actually real. Just like the rest of the 6 days and 6 paths, they're just dead walking bodies, and that's it. That's controlled by Nagato. That somehow Pain get all the credit. Makes sense. If you guys made it to the video, all I gotta say is Remember to hang in there. No matter how bad it gets, hang in there, Billy. Just work on the ropes and try to survive and take some things day by day. Start knocking off your life problems, one after a time. Not everybody can take them on all at once. So if you can't do that, slow down. Try to knock them out one by one. And hopefully things will get better. Because for me, I'm just, until death do me part, I will attempt something until I actually stop breathing. And that's more or less how it goes for me. That's how I die. Right there. Trying to finish one last page in the comic book while I stretched it across my bed because of sleep apnea and I can't go to sleep. Or a bad case with a blood pressure, dive stroke, so my fate is more or less sealed unless I change something, so it is what it is with that. Doubt anybody will show up in the funeral anyway. But that'd just be too fucking bad. But overall, hope you guys really get something from this video. If you was curious about why they disrespect you or drag you to the dirt, that's why. That's why they don't give a shit. That's why they treat you as a joke. That's why you're nothing more than cannon fodder because you act like it. And the sad reality in this world, people will treat you by the way they want to treat you, no matter what. And it is what it is. Unless you earn that type of respect, they're not really too much to give it to you. Because there's some people who will just be a good people and treat you how they would be treated, and there's other people who just don't give a shit, so it is what it is. Just gonna keep moving forward, bob and weave, just take the punches. If you can't take the hit, try to work the rope, try to clinch, try to hang in there. Try to hang in there. That's what I tell everybody. That's what I tell my friends and everybody. They hang in there. I don't know why, I just do it. I just do it, I don't know why. I don't know. But hey, hopefully things will get better. Hopefully next year will be a better year for games. Because, 2020 is going to be a bad year. Ghost of Tsushima. Little ASUS was 2, and then everything else in between. I don't see how people said 2020 was a bad year. I don't see how. Aside from the passing of a dear friend of mine. Overall, the rest of the year was pretty the same, really. Oh, because of COVID, I rode the bus for months. Doing supposed quote-unquote COVID. For months, I was riding the bus. Going to the bus with no mask. Sit down, no mask. Take a 2-hour trip to Decatur, no mask. Get out the bus, no mask. Get back on the bus, on the train, all without no mask. For months. Never had COVID. Never spread COVID. So maybe I'm the fool. Maybe I am the fool. Maybe I am. Oh yeah, back to the whole thing I was saying earlier. Why do I compare myself to a dinosaur? An outdated machine that has no real reason to exist anymore. Because I really don't fit in with nothing. I constantly criticize those who are older and older than me. And it's just like, I sometimes have the wisdom of an older man, but the appearance of a younger one. I'm like some type of Asian fairy tale of a character or something. He was the wisest elder, but he was just as young as you are, my dear son. I don't even claim to be the smartest man in the world. I just claim to be me, and that's it. But overall, hopefully things just get better. That's it. I'll just continue doing what I'm doing, and that's it. That's all I can personally do. And also, don't ever believe in your life that you can't make a change. Don't believe by making one small change in your life that you just can't cause a big effect, because it can. Because remember, the biggest machines fall apart because of one small mistake. The biggest machines fall apart over one small screw loose in a chain reaction. So don't believe, no matter how small you are in life, that you can't do something or change something just because of your life position or whatever. Because the biggest things will fail because of one person. The biggest things will collapse because of one loose screw or one unlet down hatch. Have you people noticed that it takes the smallest things to destroy big ones? Seriously, a person can die over a blood pressure exploding in their brain. A blood pressure vessel that you can, that's extremely small. It can explode and cause a stroke, and it can kill you. A person's heart is no bigger than your own hand, as a balled fist. Heart attack can kill you. An infection of a small cut can cause you to lose your entire hand. So just don't never believe because of your size you can't change something. So, and with that, I say go out there into the world, take over, do whatever you want. I guess adios. It's Infinity and beyond, and remember to hang in there. It'll be Miss Chocolate King. Peace.